AI agents, privacy, investments, hallucinations. As a leader in the first AI business era, your life is constantly bombarded with ideas, innovation, and overthinking. What if you could find a single place to stay up to date and snap complex tech into bite sized tools you can plug into your business today? At this moment in time, you can't just afford to sit through change. That's why today we're going to get you up to date with 5 key AI fundamentals for business leaders in what we call a quick boardroom meeting. These 5 key concepts will build your knowledge on how AI works as a system and also give you the first steps to use that knowledge to create and shape a real AI native business. How AI models really work, how AI is changing your team, what are the biggest problems behind AI, the importance of privacy and governance, and a quick dive into agents and the AI frontier. In less than 30 minutes, I will make sure you understand AI as a complex system and stack that you can use to modify and shape your business to make it part of an AI native ecosystem. Welcome, everyone. My name is Juan, and this is Native AI Business Club. Let me start with a quick explanation of how AI works. Everyone currently talks to you about needing tools and AI models, but no one addresses leaders with a deeper understanding of AI as a system you build in your businesses. I need you to understand how AI really works as a system rather than just give you 5 quick new sugary quick tips. Why? Because AI is changing so fast that it's not anymore about learning how to use the latest tools, but really understanding the core principles behind how it runs and then being able to create with them as they change. There are several types of artificial intelligence. They've been around for some time and they're used all the way from screens to social media algorithms. AI has multiple applications, but I want you to remember these three. First one, computer vision. AI that sees and interprets images and videos. This powers facial recognition like your iPhone or your phone, medical imaging analysis, autonomous vehicles like Teslas, and quality control in manufacturing. The second one is generative AI for images. Systems like DALI, Midjourney, and the latest Google VO2, which creates this realistic images and videos from text descriptions or modifying existing ones. And the last one is language AI or LLMs. These systems understand and generate human language. They can write, translate, summarize, and have conversations with you. The biggest examples are ChatGPT, Claude, and translation services in general. There are other fields which are constantly changing and they're constantly growing, but we'll stick to this to keep things efficient and simple. Depending on your company, you will probably use different kinds, but you're probably here because of the latest one, which is LLMs or large language models. So, how do LLMs work? It's obviously not just magic. And here's like a geeky explanation for you. LLMs like ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude create mathematical models that predict word relationships based on patterns learned from massive text databases. They convert words into numbers and use the mathematical calculations to determine what word should come next. When you type, for example, the weather today is, the LLM calculates probabilities for the next word, maybe sunny, cold, hot, cloudy, or rainy, and it selects based on these probabilities. So, why it works? By training on billions of text examples, the AI learns mathematical representations of how language works. Not just grammar, but meaning, context, and mainly style. It's essentially learned how to mathematically model human communication patterns. It's very interesting. And why should you care about this? Because your business team is probably already running hundreds of questions on some of these models, and you have the possibility to even train these models or this percentage probability to have a very accurate response specifically tailored to your field. But that's something we can talk on the future. But let's keep it short. LLMs have two primary applications that can translate on how business operates. The first one is reducing time, and the second one is providing faster results for complex analysis and decision making. So I know you're probably thinking what's the easiest way to think about how LLMs may optimize your business right away. And that's by answering this very simple question. What tasks do my employees spend the most time on that involves processing or creating text? And you'll probably get some answers like this. First, customer service email responses marketing teams creating content and campaigns, analysts summarizing reports and data, and legal teams reviewing contracts and documents. Once you identify these text heavy, time consuming tasks, LLMs can either automate them entirely or just assist your employees to complete them 5 to 10x faster, freeing up human time for higher value strategic work that requires creativity, relationship building, and complex decision makings. Knowing how an LLM works is crucial for you to understand how to prompt and use it. But a lot of people do struggle with LLMs because they don't know how to prompt, which is basically the way in which you ask the model for something. It's the way, as I told you before, in which we humans communicate with AI, at least for this type of AI. Prompting can answer something as simple as, for example, give me a corrected version of this AI investment budget, all the way to create a deep analysis of this AI investment budget of our company and based on other competitors in the same field, create an optimized version with a new framework that will put us on top with our robust 6 months AI investment. Sounds easy, but a lot of teams need workshops and tools to optimize their LLM use. It's basically teaching them how to make the model do better math and get more accurate probabilities as they prompt. After some quick sessions of prompt engineering, your team will find a massive increase in their ability to better use and squeeze AI's potential, or at least that's what we found with our consulting groups. I personally love LLMs because they have a high return with a very low resistance. You just need curiosity and relearning how to ask and elaborate prompts, and you will get powerful answers you've never thought a machine could ever give you. If you want to learn our native framework to better your prompting skills and analyze your whole business, please download our free template in our online community. So, there are currently two types of teams in this AI era. First, those who want to quickly learn, and those who think they should wait or resist change. And just to give you some stats in the latest Box AI survey, which I love, companies in 2024 invested at least 25% of their budgets in AI implementation. Those companies are currently projecting up to 50% investments in the upcoming years. This is the ROI AA is bringing to those companies: time saving, employee productivity, and cost reductions among them. Normally, in your business, you will undergo through a predictive behavior curve, which starts with a lot of resistance towards AI implementation. And then, after some time of its use, you will find an employee with more tools to solve problems of complex work, flows, innovation, and a huge improvement in their time management. And that's just implementing the basics. And let me tell you something, as a leader, you need to become the axis of change and innovation in your business. And since 2023, all LLMs have already developed a higher level of reasoning and task analysis than PhD level professionals. An easy way to sell technology adoption for your business rather than generating resistance comes with workshops to teach your team about AI and mindset shifts with phrases such as imagine doing your work and having a PhD expert as your personal assistant. AI resistance for your collaborators isn't just about new technology, it's about identity and survival. So when people feel their unique values threatened, they'll fight back. That's natural. As a leader which manages team and mostly people and humans, you need to understand that we people build our lives on our ability to do things that others just can't do. So when AI targets those abilities, it creates a perfect storm for conflict. Successful AI implementation is 20% technology and 80% change and social management. Think about it as a human challenge first, and you'll find a path of least resistance in your business. As AI becomes influential in your business and day to day operation, you will face new challenges. Let's analyze one of the most repeated topics of AI and how it works: hallucinations. AI hallucinations occur when models generate information that sounds credible, but it's completely fabricated, like confidently stating fake statistics, creating non existent references, or providing incorrect technical details. It's like a digital gaslighting. This one's really a gaslighting. This happens because, as you've just learned, LLMs predict what sounds right based on patterns, not because they actually know facts. These systems are getting better and better, and trust me, the rate of hallucinations versus the return that you will get from using them is completely worth it. And at the end, it's easily preventable with key steps that also empower your team. So, here are some quick tips I'm going to give you so you can start implementing and generating a business culture which focuses on creating judgment and criteria to fight hallucinations. You can always set them as rules when AI is used, but they're crucial to maintain as a top of mind culture in your company. So, first one, never use AI for critical decisions without verification. Always fact check important claims, especially numbers, dates, and technical specifications. Second, implement human oversight. Human subject matter experts review AI outputs before they reach customers or stakeholders. Remember, once sent, there's no way back. And the last one is be a strong AI advocate, but be very strict with human responsibility. Create a strong culture of accountability, no excuses such as sorry, AI failed. Every person is 100% accountable for their actions. You have to train your team to develop AI skepticism and their ability to spot potential hallucinations. So, yes, you still have to teach your employees. You have to teach your employees to question outputs that seem too convenient, to verify any specific claims or data points, and to recognize when AI responses fall outside their domain of expertise. And also, it's important to create an internal guideline for when AI outputs require verification versus when they can be used directly. Most importantly, reward employees who catch AI errors rather than penalizing them for using AI in the first place. I promise you that you will see that as you become a native AI user, you will start to recognize some patterns of word structures and images that quickly raise the flags that something is made by AI and that needs a human touch. To give you a quick history fact, the increase of AI used to build scientific papers was spotted because of the use of the exact same word in different papers, which showed an increase in correlation between the new AI tools and the new published papers. So let's hop back to the main topic. The biggest dangers isn't that AI will obviously fail, it's that it will fail convincingly. Employees and customers can easily spot broken technology, but AI hallucinations often sound perfectly reasonable, making them particularly dangerous for business reputation and decision making. And that's why smart leaders like you implement AI with built in skepticism and verification systems from day one. There's a crucial area which easily separates you from a common AI user and a native one: privacy and protocols. There's a huge debate ongoing related to data, privacy, and sensitive information related to the AI use. Predictions eventually say that AI, cybersecurity, and data will become one of the hottest topics in the near future. The information that you learned last week is probably already updated, and to be honest, AI development is growing at a faster pace that we can create security for it. But rather than being overwhelmed by it, this will give you a quick solution to safely bring new ideas without compromising your company's security or core values. So stick to it. You have to establish human protocols which regulate, check, and audit not just current AI use, but future implementations. AI has no limits. So, probably at the end of this year, you will uncover new systems, applications, and uses that you never thought were possible. The key to retain governance over your business is creating robust limits and culture, which strongly filters what can or won't access your project. At the end, creating robust protocols and governance frameworks will allow your company to always audit and check with a clear framework every proposal, carefully analyzing things such as specific data used from tools or models you're planning to roll out with a very critical and objective eye. And that can mean the difference between a huge mistake or a huge success. That will be easily preventable with a clear, clean, traditional document checklist. These frameworks will assure you remain relevant and true to your vision rather than being swept by the AI era. And yes, I'm sure you're already thinking if you can just hop on ChatGPT and create these frameworks with this use of AI and a quick prompt. The short answer is yes, but it requires a little bit more than just a prompt, mainly understanding what to look for, how to identify it, and how to make decisions towards AI frameworks. So, if you want to learn the best method to create your framework, I'd prefer you take our quick governance and AI framework course in the community and download our free template, which we have used in our consulting process with more than 20 companies to build their governance and structure frameworks to operate and use AI in the future. Last but not least, I want you to always remember this. Always, always keep an eye on the AI frontier. As I've told you through this video, AI is reshaping how we understand, build business, life, and human interactions. AI is not just a tool that you can use or ignore, but more like a culture, one that you need to constantly learn from and adapt to. The AI frontier, when I'm speaking of the AI frontier, I refer to the place where innovation of this field is created. Just to give you another fact, less than 1% of all worldwide companies are working in the AI frontier to develop cutting edge technologies and new products for you and your company. And likely that 1% will be responsible for the other 99% companies or businesses which will use their technologies in the upcoming future. So I strongly suggest that you keep an eye on them and what they do. To narrow things to this year and the AI frontier from 2025, we're currently facing a huge change with a topic you've probably already heard of: agents. So, agents are basically autonomous systems designed to perform tasks, make decisions, and interact with humans or other systems. Unlike traditional AI that simply responds to prompts, agents can plan, execute multi step tasks, use tools, and make decisions without constant human guidance, or kind of. Agents are currently in the frontier of AI as hundreds of companies are racing to create very complex applications for them. And yes, they will probably make some big changes on our jobs, but at the end, as a leader, you already know that the quality of an employer or collaborator is based on their ability to adapt and adopt new tools rather than competing with them. There's a lot of consultants who will offer you or probably done it already, agents as an optimal solution for your business and surely at a very low cost. Agents are already making work easier and making teams require less human capital. And at the end of this year, or maybe before that, I believe that big AI firms will eventually integrate agents to LLMs such as ChatGPT, Claude subscriptions, and they will rule and monopolize the market of agents for personal use, not for business yet. But you need to do your research and get to know which applications of agents can work best for your business today. I don't recommend firing people from your business and replacing them with agents, but maybe creating mixed teams between agents and humans where they both learn how to collaborate, or at least humans learn to collaborate with AI agents. Consulting companies will hate me for this, but agents are kind of easy to implement if you do understand the infrastructure behind them. You don't really need any coding experience or rocket science skills, but I would really recommend you to take some hours of your time to understand how they work. Maybe you can do that with the Agents for Decision Makers masterclass in our online community. But going back to that, building agents require almost no coding experience, and I'm sure your IT person will have no problem getting them running in less than 2 days. But more than building agents for just checking your emails or booking appointments, I believe the potential of agents is strictly related to your ability as a leader to find the uses of them as a strategy and not as a tool. The ROI you get from them will never come from the guy who implements them, but from the strategy you build on how to power your business with those agents. So, if you want to understand what's behind the infrastructure behind agents and learn how to think through agent swarms and strategies, and maybe what they can do or how can you develop them, be sure to take our masterclass on agents for decision makers in our online community. Quick, fast, and will allow you to speak directly and cohesively with your IT person. And if you want to keep an eye on the AI frontier, be sure to subscribe to our channel and join our community. We will keep you posted on news, projects, and business implementations to become an AI native business leader. Well, our agents will probably do it for us. So see you on the next video.